Hey team, good morning from Vancouver. Now, it is September. This is our first few analysis of September. Time to slam the gas, okay? Summer's over. We're going hard this month. We're going hard next month. But specifically for this month, we have a few upgrades coming to FXG that you guys are going to love. That will be announced in a few days. Now, we got three analysis today. We got USD Swiss franc, CAD Swiss franc, and New Zealand CAD. Okay, very unstable times in the market. Political, fundamental, economic instability. We have to be very careful where we tread. Okay, if you want to be a professional trader, you have to execute on patience during this time of the market. Okay, for those of you who just want to make a quick buck, well, play some trades, maybe you'll get lucky. But if you want this to be your profession, you have to know when to be in the market, you have to know when to be out of the market, you have to know when to be careful and cautious. Okay, so our first analysis today is on CAD Swiss franc. We're starting on the monthly as usual. All right, CAD Swiss franc, on to the monthly. Now, I zoomed it out here for you guys so you get a big picture of what's going on. Sellers had strong control for years, okay? We see lower highs, we see sell sensitivity enter the market at every point of contact of our monthly downtrend. Now, what do we see here? We see that price is seeing buy sensitivity at 0.7 thousand, okay? There's clearly a reason why institutions, banks, governments don't want this price to devalue any lower, okay? And we spoke about this in the past, and also we spoke about why this happens in FXGU. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this area of the monthly time frame. Still on the monthly again. Here was that strong push to the down. Okay, so we are now in a monthly consolidation. Now, when we look at more recent price action on the monthly time frame, I'm seeing buy sensitivity coming into the market early. Okay, so we can't make any decisions from this time frame. We now have to take it down to the weekly, then to the daily, then to the 4H to decide what we're going to do. So on to the weekly for a closer look. All right, down to the weekly, we identified our weekly upper and our weekly lower zone. Again, looking for horizontal buy and sell sensitivity. Here's our monthly upper and our monthly lower. Remember, we are in a higher time frame consolidation. Now, I'm seeing early injections of buy sensitivity at our weekly lower zone. This is why it is our weekly lower zone, because there is buy sensitivity. And when we look at recent price action, what do we see? We see a lot of injections of buy pressure. Okay, this is what's causing the wicks, the pins. Then we see bullish confirmation to the upside. That's a bullish engulfing candle. That tells me that there was a strong injection of buy pressure, and we may see price make its way to its next area of sell sensitivity, which would be its weekly upper zone. Now we're about to take it down to the daily time frame, and I want you to remember this bullish engulfing candle, because when we take it to the daily time frame, we need to remember that a bullish engulfing candle on a lower time frame is a push, okay? So what's after a push to the upside? That's right, an exhaustion to the downside. So when we take it back a time frame, this bullish engulfing candle is a push, and now we're seeing a higher time frame exhaustion. And when we take it down to the daily, this is the push, this is the exhaustion, and this is the bullish engulfing candle close that we see on the higher time frame. So other than our bullish engulfing candle on the higher time frame, which is a push and exhaustion cycle on the daily, what else do we see here? Well, we also see respected lower highs, okay? So we do know that there's sell pressure at every point of contact of this daily downtrend. So here we have the push, exhaustion. We know that price is seeing buy pressure, meaning that if price is to break this daily downtrend to the upside, we know that its next area of sell pressure, its weekly upper zone. So what we're looking for here is the break, which is a push, exhaustion, and continuational push to our weekly upper zone. Let's take it to the daily to see if we can find a proper entry. Okay, we've taken it down a time frame, and now it's time to make sense, summarize what's going on, okay? So on the monthly time frame, we know that price is having a hard time breaking 0.7 thousand to the downside. There's many reasons and a lot of buy pressure keeping price above 0.7 thousand, okay? So we are in a monthly consolidation, and we do know that there's a lot of buy pressure at our monthly lower zone, okay? So when we take it to the weekly, we see a lot of buy pressure at our weekly lower zone, meaning we're only looking for entries to the upside. So after we identified this daily downtrend, which is our last area of sell pressure, before then our weekly upper zone, when we look for entry, what do? We stay patient, We wait for this break and close to the upside of our daily downtrend. This is a push. Why? Because this is an area of sensitivity. So breaking to the upside requires a lot of energy. So we stay patient, we wait for the push to the upside. What's after a push to the upside? That's right, an exhaustion to the downside to retest either its weekly lower zone or its former daily downtrend. Then we're waiting for price action confirmation. So a bullish engulfing candle, similar to what we would see on the weekly time frame. So we're waiting for price action confirmation, bullish engulfing candle before entry to the upside. TP3 is at our weekly upper zone, which is our last area of sell pressure after our daily downtrend. Okay, so now let's talk about what would make this trade invalid. Okay, so what would make this trade invalid? Very simple. If price fails to break this daily downtrend to the upside, this trade becomes invalid because we know there's just too much sell pressure for continuation of push. So price must break this daily downtrend to the upside for this trade to become valid, and if not, this trade becomes invalid. So that's it for CAD Swiss franc. On to the next one.